First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawah Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And this is my pre-New Year's Eve destruction lesson. And I know I got to go to work early in the morning, so I know I won't be up at no midnight. You know, the elders here in Chicago, they got one. They're going to be doing one pretty soon. I'm quite sure in a couple of hours. So I'm quite sure while I'm at work, I'll listen to that. And I'm quite sure a lot of other brothers around the world is going to do one too. But I'm finna do it just a short one myself. You know, Elder Apostle Tahar labeled this year coming up as the year of the apostasy, the sellouts, and the agents. You know, and we see in the beginning when the moment he came out with that title, you know, that Prince of Power guy, the Lord took his ass off the planet. You know, here in Chicago, one of the men from another one of these Israelite camps, he got stabbed up by some YNs. You know, and I don't know if he's in critical condition. I haven't kept up with it, but I seen it. I heard about it and looked it up in the news when it happened. I think a couple of brothers did videos on it. Then you got the president himself who sent up his signing and laws, all this stuff about groups that they're trying to label. And you know for a fact that they definitely trying to get us off all this stuff is really just to get us anyway. So we see a lot of things going on. So, and then we see the anti-semantics amping up. You know, you see the little small headers trying to sit up here and find ways to sit up here and get people to get on their side. So with all this stuff happening, this year is bound to be one of those years, brothers, that, hey, we just got to keep our eyes open. We know a lot of things are going to happen. And the main thing I'm hoping and praying for, well, outside of the destruction of America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, is for, well, that's the main thing I'm praying for. Let me just go ahead and just get, you know. But the other things is, man, to see the destruction of our enemies, to see these motherfucking goddamn sellout and these agent ass and these fake ass pastors get their ass and these fake ass prophets, man, get their ass fucking dealt with. You know, and that's the main thing I was trying to sit up and get out, you know. But, you know, with that being said, man, there's so much going on. So I'm going to start off with the Habakkuk chapter 2. And it says, chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that read it. And we read it now. What are the tables? The Bible is the scriptures, man. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And see, now you seeing so many things happening, you know, and it's just blind ass niggas out here that just don't pay attention to shit. They so much love this world and love the lust of this world because they still got jobs, can still do certain things. They not really caring. They still get these little goodies and stuff like that. So, hey, but... And they're not seeing what's going on, but we're seeing it. And we're standing on our tower letting people and telling the people, hey, what's about to happen, what's going on. To prophesy is to say before. You know, and the prophets are out there saying everything that's about to happen, man, through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And no one's listening, you know. The elect is going to listen. You got a few people that do listen, but for the most part, a lot of people just ignore it. You know, but these things are going to happen. And it says, though it tarry, wait for it. A lot of people sit up here and think that nothing's going to happen. They think the world is going to continue on the way it is. And that was the point I was trying to make a little bit earlier. And not understanding that this world is slated for destruction. I mean, this country is slated for destruction. You know, in other parts of the world, it's going to be hammered as well. And over there where those fake imposters are, that's going to get hammered. But in that case, that's going to get rebuilt. You know, that's going to get refreshed and renewed. America, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, is going to be totally destroyed, a lake of fire. The only thing that's going to be over here is desert creatures. So, you know, nothing's going to live over here except creatures, desert creatures, you know. But these prophecies are coming to pass, man, many of them. Earthquakes in diverse places, bad weather, a lot of mass shooting, mass violence, famines in places, you know, economy is crashing. Everything is happening real time. People just don't want to see it or blind to it or just don't care or believe things are going to get better or whatever they think. But we as the men of the Lord understand that these are the times that are coming, because when all this happening, the worst is yet to come. The introduction to the MOTB, you know, draconian laws, death if you don't do certain things, social scores, total control, total chaos and darkness, you know. But the moment they introduce that MOTB, guess what? The Lord is coming for us, man. And you got to sit up here and pray and believe that, man, and keep that in mind. So no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, just keep the faith and keep on going, man. Keep pushing. A matter of fact, this wasn't one of my scriptures I planned on. Wasn't one of my scriptures I had in mind, but but it's one of my favorite ones, Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, actually, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Hey, yeah, wisdom and knowledge is going to be our strength, man. Our stability, our foundation, man, to keep us, to guide us, to strengthen us, So, hey, keep that in mind, man. So no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, no matter what we see, no matter what they try to do to us, understand, man, we got this truth. We got Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that's all. That's our plan, A, B, C, D, down to Z. That's our alternative plan, our main plan. We don't have no other plan but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All our faith, all how they say, all our don't they the brother Pops here in Chicago sit up here and say, how they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. No, we putting all our eggs in the basket of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Period. We putting everything in that. Period. All our trust, all our faith, everything that we have is in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So keep that in your mind, brothers. No matter what happens, the Lord got us. But with that, let me sit up here and go to, I said we stand up on our watch, man, because we see many, many things happening. So let's sit up here and go to, what is that, 2nd Esdras 9. This is 2nd Esdras 9 and 1. He said, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. That's how we stand on our watch, and we seeing the things that are going on. We seeing everything that's happening, And so just think about it. All the stuff that had happened, this year that then passed, with the economy, the price of, and that's another thing, the price of silver is in the $80. Whoever would have thought that an ounce of silver would be $80? Wow. And then gold is at $4,500 an ounce, a little over. Man, that just lets you know the economy is tanking and tanking fast. You got these nations sitting up here buying oil now, and Saudi is letting them buy oil in their own money, man. Either they're in the works of it, or they're starting. And guess what? If that continues on, guess what you think, man? This place is going to crash and burn even quicker. These elites want that new world order. They think it's going to happen. They think they're going to fully get it. And no, the Lord is not going to let them get shit. Because he said what? When they're about to eat, he's going to kick them dead in their gut. But let me, I'm going off a little bit. So let me go back to here. But the highest vision, it says the highest vision in the world. How is it? The economy, mass shootings, earthquakes, tornadoes, a bunch of tsunamis, mudslides everywhere, fires all up in California. The weather has been totally out of, all over the place here, and even in Chicago and Illinois, and all over the place. Mass shootings has been skyrocketed up, even with the sign of the prices of silver and gold, man. The economy, man, tanking, certain things that you can't buy, food shortages and here and there, things are happening, man, and it's going to continue on. It says, 2nd Esdras 9 and 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that thou Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yes. All these things, all this stuff before the earth was even made, the Lord already had made the blueprint and set up everything before this even, for the earth was even formed, for we were even out of the belly, you know. And what he say to Jeremiah in chapter 1, he said, I knew thee before thee was even in the belly, you know. All this stuff was set up. So anyone that think they got free will, no, you don't have free will, man. You just, you in a movie just waiting for it to end or waiting for the ending. And then there's going to be a different begin. Then there's going to be a new beginning, you know. But this part of the world, this world has to end for the new world to begin. The whole point I'm trying to make. You know, I'm gonna jump down. You know, I'm gonna jump this second Esdras. Well, I can read through this. It says, this second Esdras 9:5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yes, and you see the end manifesting. You see the end of this world coming. You know, and the signs are showing it. And see, that's one thing people don't want to sit up here and look at. See, people are terrified of the end because people want to sit up here and go on and think everything good. See, that's the thing. A comfortable lifestyle, you know. When you come into this truth, you sit up here, you understand that there are things that you got to do. And the way you was living your life, now you have to change those things. And guess what? With that change comes uncomfortableness, man. We understand that. We come to hate the life that we live, you know. If you even if you didn't hate it before, you surely hate it now that you're in this truth, man. Because you come to understand that who you are as people, who you are to the Lord, you know. That's the main thing. You come to understand that, man, I'm a child of the Lord, you know. And this is where I'm at, and this is why it's happening. So now you angry. But not only that, the uncomfortable life is because now other people don't share your sentiment when you come into this truth. And now guess what? That causes a rift with family, a rift with friends, a rift with co-workers. You know, you lose a lot of things. You know, your life becomes totally uncomfortable. But the thing is, with that uncomfortableness comes strength. And that's the main thing. You know, yeah, man, it hurts. But when you uncomfortable, when things are going against you, this word toughens you, man. It makes you strong. And that's what it's all about, man. Enduring, sacrifice. You know, people just don't understand. And forgive me for the random, forgive me for, you know, rambling sometimes. You know, every now and then I've been doing that lately. But, you know, it's just a simple fact, man, that, hey, man, you know, we in these times, man, and hey, right now, I'm ready to get up out of here, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to be with the Lord, man. I'm ready to, man, I'm just ready. Because I fucking hate this place with a passion. It says, 2nd Esdras 9:6. Even so the times also of the highest have planned beginnings in wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. And there you go, faith. Faith and works. And as you see, works and faith. You can't have one without the other. You know, you got to have works to have faith. And to have faith, you got to show your works. You know, you can't have one without the other. And what are your works? If you're a true man of the Lord, you're going to be out there on the highways and byways. You're going to be putting up lessons. You're going to be charitable. You're going to be praying, fasting if you have to. You're going to be doing these things. If you're a woman in this truth, you're going to be following your husband. That's who you follow. The child, well, you know what, let's get past that. The woman follows the man. As men of the Lord, we follow Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai follows the Father. That's order. You know, we can't go to the Father unless we go through Yahweh Shai. Just like you women can't go through Yahweh Shai unless you go through your man. You can't leapfrog your man to get to Yahweh Shai. And you definitely can't leapfrog your man, Yahweh Shai, to get to the Lord. Get the fuck out of here. You know. It says, 2nd Esdras 9:8. And it says, shall be let me start at something again. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. From the beginning. So, like I said before, when I started this, all this stuff was done before the earth was even made. The Lord already had his elect, the 2/3, the heathen nation. All that stuff was set already before everything was for the earth was even formed. You know, all we doing is riding it out, waiting for the end. And the end is coming very soon. And when I sit up here and say about this New Year's Eve of destruction, man, hey, times is coming. This place is about to come to a very bad ending. And every year we praying, hey, look, it be this year, it be this year. Well, you know what? It damn sure could be this year right here. With all the stuff that's in place, with everything that's happening, it damn sure could be this year. And I pray and hope that it is. I'm going to read down to 13. It says, and then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Dwelling in torments, man. Just think about that, man. The Lord said you're going to dwell in torments. You're going to suffer, motherfucker. It's going to be a torturous death, a torturous time for a lot of you people, man. For the evilness, the wickedness, It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Yeah, many people have received benefits. Benefits come in many ways, man. Money, jobs, fame, fortune, benefits, welfare, welfare checks, housing, affordable housing, jobs for you women. These motherfucking goddamn degrees that y'all got, these law degrees, benefit comes in many, many ways, and a lot of y'all have benefited from it. But do y'all care about the Lord? No, y'all don't give a damn about Yahweh, about Shem Yahushai. Y'all don't give a damn about shit. But you care about your job and your degrees. You care about your car and the money you make. But you don't praise the Lord for sitting up here providing you with those things. Because you just like your father, the devil, he think he does things on his own. He got it himself. But here it is. Y'all had a chance to repent and return. The men of the Lord, you see the videos, and guess what y'all do? Scoff, laugh, talk shit, hiss, start fights. But the Lord is about to sit up here and put an end to all that shit. It says 2 Esdras 9 and 10, 11. And they that had loathed my law, loathed the Lord law. Y'all loathed the law. It's not, y'all hate it with a passion. Y'all despise it with a real harsh despising. Hate it with a real strong hate. Y'all loathe this law, man. Because it don't let you do what the fuck you want to do. It says, and while they yet had liberty, and when that word liberty, that means to do the things you're supposed to do, not do what you want to do. It's supposed to do the things that you're supposed to do within the law of the Lord and what you're supposed to do. We have a grace period. We just don't do what we want to do. Yeah, we fuck up, man. We in the flesh. There are a lot of things that we can't do perfectly. We can't keep certain things perfectly, but we do the best to our ability. So when you have liberty, the liberty don't mean, oh yeah, well, I got liberty to do this, man, because, hey, I got the chance to still do this, even though, y'all know what I mean. Here it is, you doing wicked ass shit because you're in a grace period. You think it's okay. No, this liberty is for you to try to correct things, practice the righteous acts. That's what it's all about. To make it more plain and simple. It says, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood it not. 2 Esdras 9 and 11 again. And they that had loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Despised it. Boy, y'all really despise this truth. You despise the men that's telling you it, and you despise this truth. It says the same must know it after death by pain. Again, you see, and that goes back into that torment. A torturous death. Can you imagine a bullet, you having a hole the size of a goddamn fist in you, but you ain't dead? and you feeling all that pain, looking at the motherfucking hole inside your goddamn stomach where you could look right out the back. Can you imagine? And that's, and I might be making it extreme, but I'm going to sit up here and say, just think of the pain that you're feeling. You're seeing it, and you can't even die, but you feeling all of it. But you ain't dead yet. The Lord is going to make you suffer. Death by pain. That means that you're going to suffer before you die, motherfucker. Is basically what that means. Like Joffrey in what was that? The Game of Thrones. What old girl said? She put all that poison. She said he felt all that poison. Can you imagine that? You could see his face. Then, if anyone's seen Game of Thrones, I think it was the 4th season. It could have been the 3rd or the 4th season when Joffrey was poisoned at his party, and he was laying on the ground. You could see all the pain he was feeling. He was in agonizing pain. That motherfucker was turning all sorts of colors. The pain he was going through. Just think of that type of pain, man. Just think of getting bit by a snake and it takes 20 minutes to die, but you feeling your body, the blood in your body liquefy. Turn to fucking syrup. You're spazzing. You feeling that pain. Hey, that's a horrible pain, I'm quite sure. I've heard a lot about snake bites, certain snake bites. The black mamba, the fer-de-lance, the king cobra, just the Gabon viper, the asp. Just think about it, man. And shit gotta be agonizing as fucking hell. But just think about the worst pain. And it says, and I'm going to read this part. It says, Edges 9 and 13, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. And there you go, man. Don't worry. We ain't worried about you motherfuckers. How you fucking get perished, how you fucking die. All we worried about is, hey, how the Lord gonna have us, man, when that time comes. And that's the main thing, man. So, hey, and like I said before, this year coming up, man, it's starting off, man. Like I said, every time the Elder Apostle Tahar comes up, makes up a title, or comes up with a title, something always happens after that title. I mean, it never fails. Never fucking fails. When he came up with the title, The Prophecies Are Speaking, and I'm just going, I can't remember all the titles. Guess what happens? Tornado and earthquake hit that shattered the first day, and stuff like that. The year before that, a few years ago, I forgot the title, Kobe Bryant died in a plane crash, a helicopter crash, not a plane crash, I mean, I'm just sitting up here saying, man, every time a title comes up, man, you can just, it fits everything. And I'm imagining the title this year, a lot of you motherfuckers gonna die. You sellouts, you apostasies, and you motherfucking ages. I believe this gonna be a year where we're gonna see y'all dropping like motherfucking flies. But with that, and I know I've been rambling a lot, I'm gonna sit up here and close it out. But with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be still sooner. With that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and the Bob Ball and Anya Habadam Malakia. Shalom.